Hello everybody, I'm going to show you a gig log that I shot yesterday. Although I was very busy and I wasn't able to shoot everything, so some stuff will require a little explanation. We had 4 separate locations. One I didn't have to mess with much, but 3 of them I had to do some stuff that was a little out of the ordinary, stuff I don't normally have to do. So we had a ceremony, we had 2 hours of cocktails, we had music on a boat, and we had reception. So that's 4. Now, first, let's talk about ceremony. Andy and I set up for ceremony. We didn't set up in the location that I was going to set up in because there was high wind that day coming off the lake, which is where we were having this. And so they had to put up tent sides in places they didn't think they'd have to do. So we had to set up in kind of a weird spot. Okay, so way down there's a microphone on a stand. Wireless mic. It's very windy today, but we're doing pretty good with the wind on that handheld. If we had lapel, we'd be in trouble. Here's the old setup, the old 5000s here. RCF speakers. Andy's setting up across the street with the FPT system and the DJM-50. I had to set up in a spot where I could see what was going on for the ceremony to get my cues and all that. And then I also had to set up in a spot where I could easily turn things around because right behind me they were going to have cocktails, which I didn't get any video of. And then you can see that, there's a boat out there with an iPod on it. I did a pre-recorded mix, so I didn't really have to do much there. I had to do some prep at home for it, but I didn't have to actually be on that boat for anything. I just handed him the iPod and plugged it into the PA system of the boat and it played. So, we set up for the ceremony. Andy goes across the street, which is about a half a mile, drives across the street and sets up for the reception while I play a ceremony. Then Andy comes back, and the ceremony again was just right behind us in that tent. We didn't have time to move anything. We weren't in the location we thought we would be in, and it was an immediate thing where we had to start playing and making announcements right after the ceremony. So we just turned the speakers around, and that was kind of awkward, but it worked out better than I thought it would. It was a weird place to stand. It's very uneven ground there, but the cool part about it was I was able to interact with that cocktail crowd. And what I did for cocktails was something I've never done before. I got on the mic and I said, hey guys, we're going to be doing a dance later on at the reception, but now's your opportunity to ask for that song that no one's ever going to dance to. What is it? Come talk to me. We did everything from swing to the Rolling Stones to Charlie Brown music. It was so much fun, and that went on for 2 hours. And there were 2 different boat rides. They split people into 2 groups, so I was able to work with 2 complete different groups. It also got me familiar with the entire crowd before the reception started. Everyone already knew me. That was cool. So, when the cocktails were over, Andy broke that down. I went across the street and started the reception, and that's pretty self-explanatory. It was very busy. A lot was going on. We had a big video crew there, and you'll see pictures of that and kind of the results of that. But it went pretty well. There was a lot going on, and I did tons of prep for this gig. Hope you enjoy the rest of the gig log.
All right, and finally the reception. Dinner time.
I called to Linda. I said, hey Lynn, who's that girl out there? She said she didn't know. The next it's always better when we're together. Take it back, man, yo.